Good morning, good people. Out here going to go over a quick lesson um, called The Birds and the Bees. This is very important for newbies to understand how your plants actually pollinate and how they work as far as reproduction. Okay, so let's start with cucumbers. Cucumbers, um, if you look at a cucumber plant, they'll produce a whole bunch of these flowers. Okay, now if you look at the flowers, there's two types of flowers on here. Some they just don't have any kind of base, and then others you'll see a flower that has this little thing that looks like the cucumber on the base of it. Okay, the ones that don't have anything, that's a male flower, and the ones that do is a female flower. So what you're supposed to do is put, or you can see these uh, butterflies are flying around and all these things. They're taking pollen from the male and putting it in the female, and then you get pollination, and that's how it works. Tomatoes and peppers also pollinate, if you can see the flowers inside, but these are what they call self-pollinating. Peppers and tomatoes are self-pollinating. So basically, inside of the flower, when the wind blows, or when you're out here watering, or when it rains, it shakes the flower, and the pollen that's inside actually, let me see if I can show you a view. There's both leaves in the way. Everything is inside of that plant. And so if you can shake it good enough or vibrate it the right way, that's how these will get pollinated. And then you end up getting the beginning of the fruit. That same thing happens with tomatoes. Now, when you're bigger plants like your squash and zucchini, they're exactly like the cucumbers, except you can see this a little bit better. So if I take you in here, you will see a flower, and it has a base to it. And when that base that looks just like this is a zucchini plant, it looks exactly like the zucchini, and it has a flower on it, that's the female. The males are just long flowers. They just have long stems. And when you look inside the female, you can see it looks like that. When you look inside the male plant, it's just a stem. Now, all you would have to do in a situation like this, again, you would just take the male plant, right? And what you can do, what I'll do is, hold on guys, I'm gonna pull this apart. You can pull all the flowers off until you're left with just the middle part. And then you take that middle part we're gonna come down to where the female is, and you just rub it around, and you want to wipe all the pollen from the one to the other. And that's it. You've just pollinated a plant. So you can hand pollinate your plants, or you can allow nature to do it. That's with bees, and that's with these wasps and flies and butterflies. That's what their job is. If you haven't been receiving any fruit and you just got these huge plants and you're not getting any fruit from it, try to do the hand pollination. The best way to do it is come out in the morning. All the flowers in the morning open up, and you'll see like these squash females down here. It's open. If you come back in the afternoon, a lot of times plants look like this. They're closed. The flowers are closed. And so, they'll look something shriveled up like that. So the best time is first thing in the morning. Come out, find you a male plant, and wipe it on a female. You could also, if you don't want to break it off of the plant, you could do something like take a Q-tip and wipe the pollen off the male plant, and then take that Q-tip and wipe it on the female. You can use the little, I've seen people use little paint brushes to do the same thing. You could do all that, or you can just let nature do its thing and allow the animals and the beautiful butterflies. Y'all see that? Look at that beautiful butterfly. Do their job, and their job is to fly around and pollinate. This is just a perfect video. He came at the right time. Their job is to fly around on these different plants and pollinate. All right, people. Hope that lesson helped you. Peace.